Hello friends, I am here with video lecture on analysis of truss. Specifically, this lecture will be for analysis of truss by using method of joint. So whatever figure is shown, that is of simple triangular truss figure. Initially, we will discuss about what is truss, what are the uses of truss, and then we will discuss about types of truss according to stability, and then process of solving the example and few numerical examples. So these are the entire content of this particular lecture. Now starting with the definition of truss or roof truss. A truss is an assembly of members or assembly of number of members connected together by means of welding, bolting or riveting. Means it is the structure made up of number of members, means several members, and they are joined together by means of welding or bolting to support the loading. Okay, so that is called as the truss. Normally the trusses are used in the industrial buildings where span is large and weight should be light, or even height of the structure is more. Even you might have observed the use of trusses in assembly halls, in different Mangal Karalayas everywhere, where span is large and size of particular room is very, or that particular hall is very big. In such instances, we are normally using the truss structures. The main advantage of this structure, it is very light in weight as it is fabricated in the workshop, so it is very accurate for the erection. It is then erection rate means what? Process of installation or erection is very simple and fast. Normally trusses are made up of rounded mild steel pipes or square steel pipes, or also when load is heavier, in that case it can be made up of angles or channel sections. Now there are different types of trusses according to span. There are different types, king post truss, over truss, Pratt truss, French truss, spring truss, like that. That is depends upon the type of span and utility in the actual practice. But here we will discuss about the type of trusses based on stability. Stability means whether they are stable or unstable. According to the stability, there are three types. First one is perfect truss, or it is also called as stable truss. Second one is imperfect truss or deficient truss or unstable truss. The third one is redundant truss or overstable truss. Now we will discuss one by one on these particular types. So first of all, what is stability? Stability means that stability is depends upon, or it is checked by using one of the equation. That equation is M is equal to 2J minus R, where R is the number of reactions or number of unknowns. If there are three unknowns, R will be external unknown. But after drawing free body diagram of the figure particular truss, you will come to know about the number of unknowns. That number of unknowns, R will be equal to number of reactions or unknowns. This R also can be depends upon number of reactions or number of equilibrium equations used in the problem. Okay, normally whenever there are three unknowns, means all the three conditions will be required to solve the problems. Hence the R will be equal to 3. M equal to 2J minus 3. Now what is M? Where M is number of members, J is number of joints, and R is number of reactions. When this particular equation is satisfied, it is called as the stable truss. Now we can say, depending on that, I have here shown the type of trusses. First one is perfect truss or stable truss. So what is perfect truss? The number of members in the truss are just sufficient to make it in stable condition. It's called as perfect or stable truss. So simple example is triangular truss. Okay, means number of members in the truss are sufficient to make it stable. That is called as a stable truss, stable or perfect. And now by using this equation, M is equal to 2J minus R, we can check the stability. Now here you can see I have shown here hinge at A point and roller at B point. As you know that as a roller there will be one vertical reaction always normal to this particular surface. Okay, so this roller surface is horizontal, reaction will be normal to the roller. One unknown at the roller and two unknowns at the hinge point. One is horizontal, second one is vertical. So total number of reactions are 3. So R is equal to 3. M is equal to number of members. How many members are there? EB, BC and EC. So 3 members are there. Similarly, how many joints are there? J is number of joints. So 3 joints. Joint A, joint B, joint C. If we put in this equation, M is equal to 2J minus 3. Members are 3. Joints are 3. So 3 to the 6. 6 minus 3. So we will get 3 equal to 3. Means it satisfies the equation. Means whatever triangular frame is shown, that is the example of stable truss or given truss is stable. Second one is imperfect or deficient or unstable truss. Okay. So deficient means what? Less. Deficiency means there is one member or number of members are less. See the definition. The number of members in the truss are less than required for stable. Means in this particular truss, one or two member may be short. That's why this is the imperfect truss or unstable or deficient truss. If you check the stability using this equation, number of reactions are 3, members are 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And number of joints are also 4 at 4 corners. So by putting all the value in the equation, we will come to know that here M is equal to 4 and right side there is a 5. Means here one member is less than required for the stable condition. Means to make this particular frame perfect or stable, you should add one member extra because 4 is less than 5. So one member is less, M is less. So you can add one diagonal member either CB or ED to make it stable. Now third type is redundant truss or overstable truss. Okay, redundant or overstable. Redundant means what? Extra. Redundant का मतलब होता है extra. The number of members in the truss are more than required for the stable. That's why it is called as the redundant or overstable. Overstable means what? Unnecessarily one member is added extra. That is called as overstable. If we check the stability by using this equation, you will come to know that here you will get 6 equal to 6 is not equal to 5 means M is more than this 2J minus 3 means one member is extra. So here members are, how many members are there? 6. So 4 members external and these 2 cross members. So total 6 members. So this middle point is not a joint, it is just crossing of 2 members. So don't consider this as a 4 member, these are only 2 cross members. So here M are 6 and joints are 4. At 4 corners there are 4 joints. This middle one is not a joint. Okay. So by here we will come to know that one member is extra than required. So it is called as redundant or overstable. Now see method of analysis of truss. So there are 3 methods of analysis of truss. First one is method of joint. Second one is method of section. Third one is graphical method. Method of joint means what? This method is used to find the force in each member of the truss. Each means what? Every member. If you want force in every member, you should use method of joint. Second one is method of section. So method of section is used when you need to calculate the forces in few members. Few means what? It may be 1 member, 2 member or 3 members. Here no need to analyze entire truss. Only you can take section at a particular point where you want forces. Then in that case method of section is used. And third one is graphical method, but due to some limitations of graphical method during examination, this method is not a part of your syllabus. So we will just discuss about first one, method of joint. So before proceeding for the method, so there are some assumptions in the analysis of the truss. So what are the analysis? Truss should be perfect truss. Perfect means what? Stable truss. That is first requirement. And that truss should satisfy our equation M is equal to 2J minus 3. Self-weight of the truss members are neglected. Self-weight of the members are neglected means what? Here if you are considering this as a truss, here member EB is there, member BC is there, member EC is there. Means this self-weight of member EB is neglected in the analysis. Okay. External load acts only on the joints. Okay, so load will act only at the joints. So joints are B, A, C. So in between this BC or AB or AC, in between no force will act. That is also one of the important assumption. All joints are assumed as a hinge joint or pin joint. This is also one of the assumption. Members carrying axial loads only. It may be tension or compression in nature. Means it will carry only axial tensile force or axial compressive force. And here we will assume that tensile force sign convention will be positive and compressive force will be negative. Means whenever there is negative sign, we will call that member as a compressive. If the answer of that particular member is positive, we will call it as a tensile. Tensile means what? Acting away. It is pulling the joint. That is called as tensile. And compressive means what? Pushing the joints. Push force. That arrow will be directed toward joint. That is compressive. An arrow acting away from the joint, that will be tensile. Now here, while analyzing how to analyze method of joint, using method of joint, so first of all, whatever truss is given, for that truss you have to first of all draw free body diagram. Free body diagram means what? The diagram should be separated from supports. Okay. Apply condition of equilibrium and find out external reaction. So after drawing free body diagram, you have to use the equilibrium condition to find out external unknowns. Okay. Then proceed joint to joint to find out the forces in all the members. Then you have to proceed one by one joint to find out the forces in all the members. And then find the forces in all the members and tabulate it. Now after getting all the forces, you should tabulate in this particular fashion. Serial number, name of the members, force in that member, it may be 10, 20, 30 kilonewton like that. And nature means what? Tensile compressive or tensile compressive like that. Okay. In this way you have to tabulate the results at the ends. Now see, I have here with very simple example. First of all, it is the truss made up of only 3 members. Truss is supported by roller at C and hinge at A. Find the forces in all the members of the truss. So whatever is shown, that is the truss. A joint is hinge, C is roller. And here one force is acting 10 kilonewton in horizontal direction at joint B. So what is our first step? First step is to draw free body diagram. Okay. So free body diagram is what? At A point it is a hinge. There should be 2 unknowns, HA and VA. At joint is A, so it will be horizontal reaction HA. This reaction may be rightward, leftward, because these are the initial assumed directions. If HA is negative, that sign should be reversed, or assumed direction is wrong. That is the correct outcome of that. Okay. So here joint A is hinge, so 2 unknown at A joint, joint C is roller, so 1 unknown at C point, that reaction will be RC. Use first condition, Fx is 0. By taking Fx0, how many forces are there in X direction? Minus HA to the left, negative, to the right, positive. Upward positive, downward negative. Anti-clockwise positive, clockwise negative. This will be our sign convention. Now see, Fx is 0 means what? Plus 10 rightward, minus HA equal to 0. Only 2 forces are in X direction. You will get HA is equal to 10 kilonewton. Here I have assumed HA is towards left and it is positive, means it is towards left. Okay, assumed direction is positive. Okay, Fy equal to 0. By taking Fy equal to 0, Y direction, VA plus RC. Only these are the 2 forces in Y direction. VA plus RC equal to 0 means RC is equal to minus VA, or VA is equal to minus RC. Taking moment about A, take moment about A here, third condition, using third condition. So 10. Okay, so this is 10, line of action of 10, perpendicular distance is 3. Okay, so this 10 is clockwise, about A it will rotate clockwise like this. So 10 into perpendicular distance 3, minus 10 into 3, plus this RC into this distance 5.2 equal to 0. By solving this, you will get RC and VA. Okay, so we got VA, RC, HA. So these are the external reactions. For every truss, first of all apply equilibrium condition and find out external unknowns. Okay, first part is completed. Now second part, then you should proceed joint to joint. Okay, So here we are going to use fx0 and fy0, only two conditions, because at a joint only two conditions can be applicable. Moment is not applicable at a joint. Okay. So while selecting joint, there should not be more than two unknowns, because we are going to use only fx0, fy0. So more than two unknowns should not be there. Okay. So you can say I have taken joint A. So add joint A. So this is joint A. Now HA and VA we have just calculated. These two unknowns are known, and if you take joint A, there are two unknowns, another two unknowns, that this member and this member. So you have to calculate force in member AB and force in member AC. Here HA and VA are known. So similarly here I have shown FAC, FAB. Initially what happened? I have assumed both forces are acting away. So our first assumption is, we will assume that all forces are tensile. Initial assumption will be all forces acting away, that is tensile. If anyone get negative sign after solving it, that negative sign shows that it is not tensile, it is compressive. Okay. So take fx0. By taking fx0, minus 10 plus FAC equal to 0. Okay. So minus 10. So here it is wrong. It must be minus 10 plus FAC, because 10 is towards left and FAC is towards right. So here you should write, you correct this, it is minus 10 plus FAC equal to 0. So FAC is equal to 10 kilonewton, positive means tensile. Take Fy equal to 0, minus 5.77 plus FAB equal to 0. So FAB 5.77, positive tensile. Take now joint C. So after taking joint A, I got the forces in these two members. Okay, you can see the truss. By taking joint A, I have got force in this member, force in this member. Now only one member is left, that is this one. So you can select next joint. So take joint C. Joint C means what? This corner joint. At joint C, RC is there, this member is there, this member is there. Same FBD is drawn here. RC, FAC, FBC. Now FAC we have just calculated 10 kilonewton tensile. Okay. And FAB is 5.77. Here you can see now FBC is unknown. So what? Now use fx0. Fx0 means what? This minus FAC. So FAC is 10. Why it is minus? Because it is to the left. So minus 10. FAC means minus 10. Here we have calculated minus 10 minus. Now FBC will be inclined at 30 degree. So it will be resolved in x direction, y direction. So x component will be FBC cos of 30. That will be to the left, will be minus. So by putting here minus 10 minus FBC cos 30 equal to 0, we will get value of FBC, that is minus. Minus indicates it is a compressive member. So there are three members in the truss. We got all the three forces in the members. So tabulate that result. So these are the member AB, BC and AC. So members, force in members and nature of forces. In this way you have to tabulate the results. Now see next problem. Determine the magnitude and nature of forces in all the members of the roof truss. Now I have taken this problem from Beer and Johnson. So here you can see joint A, B, C, D. The D is roller, so will be one unknown here. A is hinge, so there will be two unknown here. And distances are 22.5, 35 and this one is height is 12. Height is means of BD. BD is 12. So initially you find out theta A. Theta A means what? This angle. So this angle. So by taking tan theta is equal to this BD. BD means what? 12. 12 upon 22.5 you will get theta A. Similarly find out theta C. Theta C is equal to BD upon BC. Okay. So we will get theta C. Now draw free body diagram. So here I have drawn free body diagram. D is roller, so one unknown. A is hinge, so two unknowns. Okay. So by taking condition of equilibrium, first of all find out these external unknowns HA, VA and RD. Take Fx0, you will get HA. Take Fy0, you will get equation VA plus RD is equal to 21.6. VA plus RD minus 10.8 minus 10.8. So we will get equation 1. Take moment about A. Take moment about A. So about A, this both the forces will rotate anti-clockwise. Minus 10.8 into this distance, that is 22.5. Okay. Minus 10.8 into this total distance 57.5, and this RD is upward, so it will rotate anti-clockwise about VA. Okay. So this RD must be plus here. So again here there is one mistake. So this RD must be plus here. plus RD into 22.5 equal to 0. So we will get RD, VA and this HA. Okay, after getting external reaction, now consider joint A. So at joint A, there are two members attached, this EB and ED. So considering joint A, find out forces in these two members by taking Fy0, Fx0. Okay. Similarly, consider joint B. At joint B, again there are FBD and FBC. These are the two unknowns. Okay. So I'll take Fy0, Fx0. Solve it, you will get the forces in members. Similarly, joint C. Take joint C. There are two unknowns here. Only one unknown, that is FCD. You will get force in member FCD. Taking Fy equal to 0 in y direction, minus 10.8 minus this FCD sine of 18.93. Okay, so by solving it, you will get FCD and then tabulate the result. So members are AB, AD, okay, BC, CD, like that. So and the BD. So these are the forces in the member, and this is the nature of force in the members. Okay, so solve this. Similar to this problem, you solve another problem also. Go for new problems from the book and try to solve it. Now see, I have taken third example. Again, it is from Beer and Johnson. So here B joint is a hinge point, D is roller, and there are two horizontal forces acting to the left. Okay. So similar to the previous problem, find out all the angles theta in this particular angle. So theta is equal to this front side by adjacent side, means what? 2.8 divided by 4.5. You will get theta A, theta B, theta C, theta D. Find out all the interior angle because this will be needed while solving the problem. Now draw free body diagram. There is a roller at D point, means one unknown. There is a hinge at B, means there will be two unknowns. Okay. So draw free body diagram like this. At B point there are two unknowns. At D point there is a one unknown. So use condition of equilibrium. This entire truss Fx0, forces in x direction are HB plus RD minus 8.4 minus 8.4. You will get HB plus RD equal to 16.8. Take Fy0, there is no force in y direction except VB. So we will get VB equal to 0. Take moment about B. So take moment here, moment about B. Okay. So moment about B means VB moment will be 0, HB will be 0 and 8.4 will be also 0 because they are meeting, line of actions are meeting at B. Only two forces will causing the moment. That first force is 8.4. This is the line of action, perpendicular distance 4.5. Then RD, this distance is also 4.5. So 8.4 and RD both are rotating anti-clockwise, so will be positive. 8.4 into 4.5 plus RD into 4.5, we will get RD as a negative. Negative RD means assumed direction of RD is rightward, but it is not rightward because it is negative. So it must act leftward. Here I have corrected that direction. Okay. So you will get HB also by putting in equation 1. Okay. And then proceed joint to joint. Select joint A. I have selected joint A first because there are two members only. Okay. So consider joint A. Then you will get force in member AB, EC. I have explained in detail here. You just go through these particular numericals and calculations and try to verify that. After joint A, so consider next joint as a D joint. Okay, show these two unknowns, Fx, Fy0, find out for both the forces. Then consider large joint, joint B, and find out forces in the members. Okay, and then tabulate all these results in the tables. Okay. So this is about the method of joint, but you should go through the book. You should go through the book and try to verify all these calculations. Okay. So you do one thing, you write this problem in your notebook, try to solve all the problem step by step and try to verify all the answers. Okay. If you are having any doubt, so please ask that doubt on WhatsApp or through any media. Thank you very much.